Well, I've been a little distracted. Let's talk about it. YouTube, Vertical Stacker here. It's been a little while since I've put a video out, and this one is going to be one of them that some of you aren't going to believe, and others are going to know a little bit about because I've been hinting at some things that I've been doing on my last couple of videos and in some other private group chats and things like that. What you see here on the table, I've got 3 Geiger squares. I've got a couple of basically generic type rounds, come and take it, freedom of religion. I've got this 10-ounce Engelhard pour, very, very nice and rare bar. I've got about $4 and change in constitutional silver. I've got this ruthenium, 3/9 fine, kookaburra, and then I've got the Black Flag series, Queen Anne's Revenge, and the Royal Fortune. What you see here on my desk is what is left of my silver stack. Can you believe that? Can you believe it? I can't. I have been having a blast in the last 30 days. Just trading off my stack for, things like gold. I've just been enjoying meeting people, doing deals, and just generally having a great time. Now, I don't want you to think I'm out of the game, because I'm not. I've just reduced my physical holdings for now at a time that was right for me to do so. And I'm looking forward to silver dropping. Let's go down to sub 20, because I probably won't be buying again until it does so. And that's, it's no secret. I think I've said that in some other videos, that's my goal, is to get silver to sub 20, and then, as the saying goes, back up the truck and do it all again. In the meantime, of course, I'll be stacking gold, which is just a lot of fun and my favorite metal to stack for a variety of reasons. Not to discount the value and the fun I've had with silver, because really this has been, this stacking journey with silver has been an absolute hoot. Now, the purist among us will say, well, Vertical, you're not a true stacker because you got rid of your stack. Well, truth be told, isn't that ultimately the goal? Even if you're preserving wealth or saying it's a hedge against inflation or whatever the thoughts are as to why you stack and the reasons are as to why you stack, at some point the purpose of the stack is to use it or to pass it on as generational wealth or what have you. I don't need silver necessarily in a portfolio to pass down to my kids. I certainly want to, and I certainly plan to, but I saw that there was an opportunity to do some other things, especially with the gold to silver ratio, and I did very well with that, and I've shared that in another video, which I'll link up here. And I've continued to do that. I'm not going to go through and itemize out every single transaction. I don't think that's necessary. I think you folks get the gist of it. But it's amazing when the price goes up and the demand goes up. It's amazing what you can do with silver. There are a lot of silver naysayers out there. There are a lot of folks that say that you're a silver sucker if you are buying silver. Well, I would tend to agree with that if you don't have a plan and you don't know what you're going to do with it and you don't have an exit strategy. There's a lot of new silver stackers on the market right now, and a lot of those, I think, were some of those to whom I was doing some of these transactions. Because as I spoke with them and as I had some conversations with them, I realized that they didn't know a whole lot about silver, or at least they feigned ignorance to silver, and so I was able to have a little conversation with them and kind of explain to them what I was doing, why I was doing it. And it was interesting. It was really interesting to, like I say, meet a bunch of people and hear what they were doing and the reasons that they were stacking. And one gentleman in particular I want to share with you. He was really an interesting character. He ended up being my largest trade, where I traded a whole bunch of silver for a whole bunch of gold. And he was kind of a prepper, kind of a conspiracy theorist. Hard to really peg the guy for what he really, really believed. But he had some thoughts that were kind of out there, and then he had some thoughts that were a little more mainstream. But one thing that he knew is that he wanted to stack silver, and so he was willing to trade for generics, he was willing to trade for eagles, he was willing to trade for premiums. So shoot, heck yeah, if you've got the gold and I've got the silver and you want to realize a trade, I will do so. And I did so many, many times over the last 30 days. Very cool. I also got rid of a whole bunch of constitutional, and some of you have seen that on another video as well. So what are my plans in the future? Well, again, I'm really hoping that silver will come down sub 20 so I can back up the truck. My LCS actually just put out a post that said, hey, we've got 5,000 ounces of silver for $4 over spot, which right now is around 30 some dollars, which I think there's a lot of buyers on the market right now for $30 an ounce silver, but I'm not one of them. I think that's too much to pay, and that's my opinion. Doesn't mean I'm right. It's just, like I've said before, the lowest form of intelligence is just sharing my opinion. I don't have any rational basis for it, other than the fact, as I've mentioned also before, is that I see silver going up and down. And I try to trade it or sell it when it's up, and then I reacquire it when it's down. So maybe this will be the last time I'll ever have the opportunity to stack silver, because maybe it will never come down sub 20. I'm convinced it will, but we'll see. I may move the goalposts if silver goes up to 40 or 45 or $50 an ounce, and then it comes back down to 30. Then I might say, well, maybe 30 is not such a bad mark after all. But for right now, we're only a year out from silver having been below $20 an ounce. Maybe not even a year, maybe 9 months. I honestly didn't look at the charts because I'm not, that in tune to it for the purposes of this video. But sub 20 silver is where it's at for me to be stacking again. Now, what about gold? What about gold? Well, the same can't be said for that. I'm going to be stacking that come what may. I will continue to buy gold. In fact, there is such a scarcity of gold right now. I can't believe it. I can't believe how little gold there is in the valley where I live. There's just very, very little gold. And I was going to 3 different shops looking for gold over the weekend, and I only found one 10th ounce American Gold Eagle from 3 different shops. That's all I found in the valley was one 10th ounce of gold. They had some pre-33 gold, but that just wasn't something I was interested in because it was more numismatic stuff, not bullion prices, and so I just kind of shied away from that. So I was able to pick up that 1/10 ounce, and gosh, that's only the second gold purchase I think I've made this entire year. My first one, I believe, was back in January, and I'm pretty sure I had a video about that. I'll put that link up here. But I certainly plan to continue to buy gold whenever I can find it, and I love the fact that gold is at the 1700s. Now I just hope that the premiums will come down sufficiently to hover around that $40 to $50 an ounce premium. I paid $200 for the 10th ounce over the weekend, which really wasn't terrible. I was hoping to get it sub 200 for a 10th, but I couldn't, because if you extrapolate that out, that's still paying at the time it was paying a $300 an ounce premium, which makes me shudder a little bit and cringe. But that's where it's at right now. And if it's something that I really want to continue to acquire, then I've got to be willing to pay that premium, which for gold I am. For silver, not so much. Well, that's what I've been doing, folks, and that's what my plan is moving forward. I need you guys to help me get gold down to sub 20, not gold, get silver down to sub 20. I need that sub 20 silver again because I want to stack silver. I'm already missing it. I was telling my wife the other day, she was saying, was that just amazing, getting rid of all that silver? And I said, yeah, it was, but truth be told, I kind of miss it. I miss the game. I miss this. I miss the stack. I don't miss hauling it around and storing it in different locations and trying to keep track of it and all that. And that was, by the way, one of the reasons also that I decided to trade out most of the silver stack, and that is because it was becoming, frankly, overbearing, trying to keep all of that silver in storage. It was just awful. These are the Saudi guineas. I think you've seen these before. Hope they're real. No, I've tested them. They're real. All right, folks. So Vertical Stacker having a midweek silver crisis, trying to figure out what have I done. What do you think? Did I totally screw this up? Did I make a bad decision? Or was swapping out silver for gold and silver for some cash a good thing at this time? Time will tell. I think it was a good thing to do, and really that's all that matters. But I'd love to hear your opinions in the comments below. I am not much of a beggar. I generally don't ask people to like and subscribe, but I sure would appreciate your support in that way. I don't ask for much else other than just watch and make some comments. I'd love to interact with you folks in the comments of the video section. Till next time, Vertical Stacker, take care, folks.